Hello everyone. In this session, I am going to solve numericals on LMTD method. Now coming to overview, initially I will discuss important equations which are required for the solution of problems on heat exchangers. Then we will discuss three problems on heat exchangers. Now coming to list of equations which are required for the solution of the problem. From the first law of thermodynamics or from the energy balance equation, we can write the rate of heat transfer by the hot fluid is given by Q is equal to m dot h Cph Thi minus Th naught. The rate of heat transfer to the cold fluid is given by Q is equal to m dot C Cpc Tc naught minus Tci. With the help of these two equations, we can find out Q first. Then m dot is mass flow rate in kg per second, Cp specific heat of the fluid in joule per kg Kelvin, temperature T is in Celsius. Then if you can calculate Q also from overall heat transfer coefficient equation, that is UA delta T. Then logarithmic mean temperature difference equation, delta T2 minus delta T1 divided by ln of delta T2 divided by delta T1. Overall heat transfer coefficient without fouling factors for cylinder, equation is Ui is equal to 1 by Hi plus Ri by K ln of R0 by Ri plus 1 by H0 Ri by R0. It is based on inner surface area Ui. Based on outer surface area, overall heat transfer coefficient equation is given by 1 by Hi R0 by Ri plus R0 by K ln of R0 by Ri plus 1 by H0. These two equations used to find overall heat transfer coefficient without fouling factor for cylinder. For plain wall, this equation becomes 1 by Hi plus L by K plus 1 by H0. In the numericals, sometime they are not mentioning the resistance of the wall. At that time you can neglect that. If you neglect resistance of the wall, the equation becomes 1 by U is equal to 1 by Hi plus 1 by H0. Next, overall heat transfer coefficient equation with the fouling factors. If the fouling factor is mentioned in the problem, Rfi and Rf0 values is given in the problem, then you have to consider for the calculation of overall heat transfer coefficient based on inner surface area and outer surface area. Then mass flow rate equation is rho into area into velocity in general. If you consider for hot fluid, that is mh is equal to area into velocity into density of hot fluid. Now I will explain the category of heat exchangers, that is parallel flow and counter flow, how to find out delta T1 and delta T2, because it is required for the calculation of LMTD. Delta T1 is the temperature difference on the hot side or in the inlet side. It is the exit side. The difference of Th1 minus Tc1 is nothing but delta T1. Difference of delta Th2 minus Tc2 is nothing but delta T2. Similarly for counter flow, delta T1 is Th1 minus Tc2, delta T2 is Th2 minus Tc1. It is required for the calculation of LMTD. Now we will consider first problem on heat exchanger. A heat exchanger is required to cool 55,000 kg per hour of alcohol from 66 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius using 40,000 kg per hour of water entering at 5 degrees Celsius. Calculate exit temperature of the water, heat transfer rate, surface area required, for parallel flow and counter flow heat exchanger. For both the cases, we have to find out exit temperature of water, heat transfer rate, surface area. First, we have to write given data. Here in this problem, hot fluid is alcohol because temperature, if you observe here, 66 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, which is used, water is used for cooling. So, hot fluid is alcohol, cold fluid is water. Now we will write the given data. For a cold fluid, they have given mass flow rate of cold fluid given, that is 40,000 kg per hour. Then hot fluid inlet given 66 degrees Celsius. THI given, TH not given. Hot fluid inlet outlet given, TCI given 5 degrees Celsius. Then specific heat of hot fluid given 3760 joule per kg Kelvin, and Cp of water 3760, U 580 watt per meter square Kelvin, and we have to find out what exit temperature of water now. From the energy balance equation, if you equate energy lost by the hot fluid or energy given up by the hot fluid is equal to energy gained by the cold fluid, you will get directly Tc naught. Just substitution mH Cph Thi minus Th naught is equal to Mc Cpc Tc naught minus Tci. They have equated two equations of Q for hot fluid and cold fluid. You will get Tc naught value. Then heat transfer rate equation. Any one equation you can equate this or this. Q is equal to m dot h Cph Thi minus Th naught. You will directly get the Q value, heat transfer rate in kilowatt. Then surface area of heat exchanger we have to find out. For a parallel flow, delta T1 is what? Delta T1 Th1 minus Tc1. Delta T2 is Th2 minus Tc2. Now we can find LMTD. Both delta T1 and delta T2 value we know. We can find out LMTD temperature for parallel flow heat exchanger. If you substitute all the value of delta T1 and delta T2, you will get 18.98 degrees Celsius. From the overall heat transfer coefficient equation, Q heat transfer rate is given by UA delta T. From this equation, what is the surface area? A is equal to Q by U into LMTD. If you substitute, you will get area as 135.66 meter square for parallel flow heat exchanger. Now we will see same steps in counter flow. Delta T1, delta T2 value find out for counter flow heat exchanger. Thi minus Tc naught for delta T1. Delta T2 is Th naught minus Tci for counter flow heat exchanger. Find out LMTD 31.82 degrees Celsius you will get. Then surface area. Q is equal to UA delta T is the formula. From that, what is the area? Q divided by U into LMTD. You will get area as 80.91 meter square. Now we will see second problem on heat exchanger. Exhaust gases flowing through a heat exchanger at a rate of 20 kg per minute is cooled from 400 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius by water initially at 10 degrees Celsius. Specific heat of exhaust gases and water are 1.13 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and 4.18 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. The overall heat transfer coefficient is 140 watt per meter square Kelvin. If the water flow rate is 25 kg per minute, calculate surface area of heat exchanger needed for parallel flow and counter flow. We have to find out surface area of heat exchanger for parallel flow and counter flow. Hot fluid is exhaust gas, cold fluid is water. If you read the problem, you will get this: hot fluid is exhaust gases, cold fluid is water. Now we will write the temperature information. THI, that is the hot fluid inlet, THI 400 degrees Celsius, TH naught 120 degrees Celsius, CPH 1.13, specific heat of hot fluid. Mass flow rate of hot fluid is 20 kg per minute. Then this mass flow rate should be in kg per second, because finally we have to get Q in kilowatt, that is kilojoule per second. So we have to convert this kg per minute to kg per second. Always mass flow rate should be in kg per second. So if you convert, you will get 0.33 kg per second. Similarly, for cold side, inlet temperature 10 degrees Celsius, specific heat of cold fluid 4.18 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, mass flow rate is 25 kg per minute. Again, it is given in terms of kg per minute. We have to convert this value into kg per second, dividing by 60. 25 by 60, it is 0.416 kg per second. Then heat capacity of hot fluid and cold fluid is given by, that is CH is equal to mH into CPH. Heat capacity is nothing but product of mass flow rate into specific heat of that, CH, and Cc, specific heat of cold fluid into mass flow rate of cold fluid. Find out that CH and Cc value, or else you can directly find out mH CPH delta T is equal to mH Cp mc Cpc into cold fluid temperature difference. In that way also you can do. CH into THI minus TH naught equal to Q, hot side. You can write mH CPH into THI TH naught, because CH is product of mass flow rate into specific heat of hot fluid. They have written. Q is for cold fluid, Cc into Tc naught minus Tci. Cc means what? It is the heat capacity of cold fluid. Ch is what? Heat capacity of hot fluid. You can write mc Cpc into Tc naught minus Tci also. In the last problem we did mCp dt as equation. But if you want to write in a heat capacity form, then we have to replace mH Cph by Ch, mc Cpc by Cc. Tc naught value is 69.94 degrees Celsius. Now coming to parallel flow heat exchanger arrangement, what is LMTD? LMTD is equal delta T2 minus delta T1 divided by delta T2 divided by delta T1. Here instead of delta T they have used theta. No need to worry about the notation. Find the LMTD temperature using the same principle. 165.58 degrees Celsius you will get if you substitute all the values of temperature for parallel flow arrangement. Then finally find Q is equal to UA LMTD. From that find out surface area. It's very similar to last problem. Then consider counterflow arrangement now. Find out LMTD using delta T2 minus delta T1 divided by ln of delta T2 divided by delta T1. Same principle you can use here, and find area using Q is equal to UA LMTD. LMTD means this temperature 200.27 degrees Celsius. You will get area as 3.723 meter square. Here they have used, instead of delta T, they have used theta, term theta. Now coming to example 3, in a shell and tube heat exchanger, tubes are 4 meter long, 3.1 centimeter outer diameter, 2.7 centimeter inner diameter. Water is heated from 22 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius by condensing steam at 100 degrees Celsius on the outside of the tubes. Water flow rate through the tubes is 10 kg per second. Heat transfer coefficient on steam side is 5500 watt per meter square Kelvin, and on water side 850 watt per meter square Kelvin. Neglecting all other resistances, find the number of tubes. In this problem we have to find out the number of tubes. In a shell and tube heat exchanger, the n number of tubes are arranged in this shell. So in order to find the number of tubes, first we have to find out total area of n number of tubes and individual area of the tube. If you divide total area of the tubes divided by individual area of the tube, you will get a number of tubes. Now we will write the given data first. For the cold side, Tc1 is 22 degrees Celsius, Tc2 is 45 degrees Celsius. Now looking at the diagram, for the hot side, no change in temperature because steam is condensing. There is no change in the temperature during the condensation process. Only phase change occurs. There is no change in the temperature. Steam condensation means steam is condensing at 100 degrees Celsius in this problem. So di and d naught value given 0.027 meter and d naught value 0.03 meter, L as 4 meter, mass flow rate 10 kg per second given, Cp value 4170 joule per kg Kelvin given. Now from the overall heat transfer coefficient equation, they have considered based on outer surface area. You can consider based on inner surface area also. U naught A naught is equal to 1 by H naught A naught plus 1 by Hi Ai. Because here they have given neglecting all other resistances. That means we have to neglect wall resistance and there is no fouling also. So what is the equation now? 1 by Hi, 1 by Hi Ai plus 1 by H naught A naught. What is A naught and Ai? A naught is the surface area of the outside, Ai is the inner surface area. Pi d naught L and pi dIL. Just substitute and you will get U naught as 671.588 watt per meter square Kelvin. To calculate LMTD, delta T1 and delta T2 value you have to find out. Delta T1 is what? TH1 minus delta T1 means this temperature minus this temperature. TH1 minus TC1. Delta T2 means what? TH2 minus TC2. If you substitute that, you will get 65.832 degree Celsius. Now from the energy balance equation, for cold fluid we know Tc2 value and Tc1 value, we know mass flow rate also, so that you can calculate Q is equal to mCp dt equation. So if you calculate that, if you substitute that mCp and these two temperatures, you will get Q value as 9.591 into 10 to the power of 5 watt. Now we will find A is the area, outside area of each tube. Each tube means individual tube having length, individual tube having outer diameter. First you find individual tube area, that is A, 0.377. Just substitute pi, d naught and L. Now we have to calculate number of tubes. For that, Q total we know already from this equation. Q total is equal to UA LMTD. For Q total, area will be A total, U naught into LMTD. So that you will get total area of n number of tubes is 21.693 meter square. Therefore, number of tubes is equal to area, total area of the tubes divided by individual tube area, that is 57.543 will get. So number of tubes required, we can say it is as 58. Remember, so here we have solved the number of tubes value as 57.543. It is considered as 58. So in a shell and tube heat exchanger, if they ask the number of tubes, first you have to find out individual area and total area. Total area from Q total divided by U naught into LMTD. For this U naught, first you find out overall heat transfer coefficient based on outer surface area. Then LMTD is calculated here already. Just substitute and get the value of N. With this, I will conclude this session. The following references are used for the preparation of these slides. Thank you.